The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Alright everybody, hello and welcome to Metal Gear Solid on the original PlayStation. So, now that I'm not monetized anymore, I have no reason to fear the content ID and not getting money, because I don't get money no more. So now is a good time to play Metal Gear Solid 1, and I probably will go through the rest of them as well, because this is one of my absolute favorite game series. One of them. I have a lot. And I'm also going to record Breath of the Wild on the same day because, you know, again, don't have to worry about it. Plus today is March the 3rd, the 1 year anniversary of the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to go easy, I just want to have fun with this. But the 1 year anniversary of the Switch and Zelda Breath of the Wild, so I think now's a good time. I will shut up and let this play.
I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Neat. Alright, so this is the first time I'm playing a Metal Gear game. Most people by now, I'm gonna pause this, most people by now know that their cutscenes, codec calls, they can last forever. I do plan on going through every single one, no matter how boring some may get, because some of the conversations are boring, some of them are long. Feel free to skip ahead after the cutscenes. Just look in the, when you do the slider, you know, it'll show like the scene that you're about to stop on. Just try to find it. Because I can't skip these, otherwise you miss the entire plot, which was the mistake I made the first time I played this. And I regretted it. Yeah. Alright. So most people would also probably be asking, why, Ryan, why not play Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes? Because it's graphically superior to this one. Well, I have to say to that, for anybody who may ask that question, I doubt anybody would, but I'm not a big fan of Twin Snakes. I bought it on the GameCube, but I did not enjoy it. Or I did, but its voice acting was very over the top.
There's an elevator there you can take up to the ground.
Yes,
You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
Working on it. But I did not enjoy it, really, just because of its voice acting. The voice acting and the motion capture was just way too over the top for my liking. So, but I will end up playing the rest of these. I do not have the original copies of, like, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 anymore. I will be playing the HD collection if I can ever get around to it. The only spin-off that I'll actually be playing would be, Metal Gear Rising, because I only have Metal Gear Acid, but I personally don't enjoy those near as much as I do these and Rising. And I will be playing Metal Gear Solid 5 at some point. Survive, I have no desire to play it. I played the beta and I didn't like it. And it's not only the fact, you know, Konami kind of, I'm not gonna spout my opinion on the whole thing, but, you know, everybody knows what happened in 2015, so we're not gonna revisit that. But it's not only that, it's just, it doesn't seem, I tried it and I didn't really have fun with it. I personally don't think the Fox engine, or at least, you know, whatever engine they used for their motion capture in that game, I don't think it was very good in terms of movement. The controls were clunky. Anyway, but I will end up playing those. I will end up privating my old Ground Zeroes video, because that was more or less, that was more or less just a test, because that's when I first got my Roxio, so I'll be redoing that. Ground Zeroes was not that difficult. I mean, I could probably, you know, I'll make that an episode in and of itself. I'll tie it in with Phantom Pain and all that fun stuff. So, and I will eventually, more than likely, get to the Bayonetta series as well, which came out on the Switch, which I was super excited about. Maybe, though, I'm not sure, because Bayonetta 1, of course, it spawned a great sequel, but I'm not a big fan of the original. So, that's a lot of talking done. Oh, that beautiful PS1 cinematography. Everybody loves it. Boy, I feel a sneeze. By the way, I am kind of sick, so I'll try to edit out any coughing fits that I have. I feel fine now. Right now, I feel a sneeze coming on, but other than that... just realized I think this game only really has mono sound. Because I'm looking at... I'm not recording through Roxio's software.
It's Snake.
Because it's
I'm in
kind
front
of
of the
goofed.
disposal facility.
I'm recording through
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't
OBS
slowed you down
instead.
one bit.
Thanks to the VR training I did on board the Discovery.
But it's not really showing
How's
the
that sneaking suit working out?
stereo.
I'm
I'll
nice
shut up
and
now.
dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, he must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Okay, my turn again. Yes? Let me... Oh, my... Okay, so I don't have my PS3 controller died. I have a third-party controller. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so that's one problem every time it cuts off. I have a third-party controller that decides it's gonna just cut off whenever it decides. It feels like it. You know, when it's, of course, when it's sitting idle. So...
Surveillance camera?
I came in at a bad angle. So... I didn't mention what games. I said I'd play all of them, except for Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. Mostly because, one, they're hard to sin. I had to look up a walkthrough for them. And I don't want to look up a walkthrough while I'm playing. But how it's going to go, I might write it down and put it up on the screen. If not, just listen, I guess. So we're going to play Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3... Then maybe Portable Ops. Maybe Portable Ops. I'm not sure, because Portable Ops, it's canon, but not to the same extent, I think. You know what, fuck it, I'm not going in here. I'll go upstairs. Maybe not to the, I don't know. I don't know what I meant by same extent, but I've been told it's canon, but I'm not sure how. Like, they say that it's canon, but I forget because it's a big controversy and all that holy hell garbage. But then I'm gonna play Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain, and then go to 4. No, I don't want to talk to you. But then I'll play 4 because, you know, Big Boss shows up in the 4th one. I don't know if I shouldn't have said that. Oh well, pretend you didn't hear it. But, all that and nice stuff, so, and then we'll play Rising.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Nice. Okay, but that's the current roadmap. So I don't have that many concurrent viewers, but anybody who's watching, I may put up a poll for a while at some point, asking if you guys want Portable Ops, because I may have the means to record it.
To the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Alright, so back to what I was saying. Portable Ops may be tricky to record, because I do have the PSP to TV component cables, but last time I remember, I don't think it actually worked on my recording software. If worse comes to worse, I can emulate it, but I do own the game, so technically I do own the game and the system to play it on. So I don't think it's technically legal. I remember some case about emulation and garbage. But if I'll do some more research because I don't want to get in trouble. But you know, it's whatever. If I can't record portable ops, it's no big deal, honestly. I'm not too big of a fan of portable ops. There's only one part of it that I like that I'm not going to spoil because you'll just have to wait till we get there. And also, I'm not sure how long the... Whoops. I forget how to... There we are. I'm not sure how long these are going to be. Because, like I said, we've spent more time listening to things. Oh, jeez. Spending more time listening to things than we have playing, so...
Use the elevator to change floors.
Never would have guessed.
There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
I never would have guessed I could use an elevator to change floors. Go, 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 go. Oh, hey. There's a... Wasn't there a thing up here? I can't quite remember. We're gonna give that a minute and let it pass. Yeah, there was a thing there. I think that was the mine detector. So as you can probably... No, that wasn't. I was wrong. As you know, I have played these games like 1,000 times. I bought this game and bought Worms 3D or Worms Ultimate something 3D, whatever. I bought this and that at the same time. I bought Worms on accident, though. It was still a rather fun game, my first experience with it. But, this was most of my summer at one point. And I didn't like this game originally because I'm like, wow, this is hard as balls. Because the first one I played was the third one, then the fourth, then the second. You know, I play them all out of order, except for the third one. I played the third one technically in order continuity-wise. I was actually thinking about starting with the third one, but I decided not to do that because let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. Not saying this one's a bad game, but a lot of people just don't enjoy the retro, which is why I'm gonna try to balance this out with. Am I on the right floor? No, I'm not. No, there's grenades down here, but I don't... Wait, did I go to B2? Yeah, I meant to go to B1. Alright, but I'm gonna try to balance that out with Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild, because that's the only Nintendo thing I have, or I'm able to record. So, because it's HDMI.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
I mean, again, if what I remember is right, I could actually emulate a lot of the NES games, or at least a select few, because I do actually own them on Virtual Console, but I don't have a Nintendo 3DS capture card, because those apparently exist, but those are like custom. Those are like custom things, like custom 3DSs, and that's too expensive.
Kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska.
Sorry,
boy,
bud.
oh boy, that woman is built all right.
I don't know what I just said because I couldn't hear myself, but I just bought a 2DS XL because, you know, most games don't even get made in 3D anymore. And playing games like Pokemon Sun and Ultra Sun, they had a hard time and they chug on the system. So went ahead and just got a new one. And I don't feel like spending money on a 3DS capture card because I'm not made of money. I'm currently trying to look for a job still. Just sent in a resume to a local coffee shop. So hopefully that goes well, and then I can get more money for more games. I do have my gaming PC built. Most of you, I'm gonna try to put this on my Twitch as well, this video, if it'll let me. But most of you know I have my gaming PC
the
now.
DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere
So I do
in that
have a lot
area.
of Steam
Isn't there
games that I could
someplace to
probably
drop down?
record.
Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Yeah, I already figured that out, bud. But I'm planning on recording a game later called Lost Castle with some friends. So there's gonna be a variety today, it seems. We're gonna be using Parsec, which, you know, is basically PS4 share play but for PC.
Who's that?
And works better and more consistently.
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution...
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of ArmsTech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But... they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the second floor basement.
Second floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
Dead.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Okey-doke. So, I forget what I was saying, or what I wanted to say. So this guy has like a level 1 card for somebody that's like a big man on campus for this project. Why does he only have a level 1 card? I hate this part. Just sitting and waiting. Hey look, another cutscene.
Don't move!
Honestly, I think I'm just gonna talk through the cutscenes because, like I said, I had a lot of things to say during the last one and I forgot.
So you killed the chief,
So.
you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
What are you doing? Don't think. Shoot!
So this is going to be a different experience because it's been a while since I've actually played New Game on this. Because I've had the same file for years, so I don't have the infinite bandana and I don't have the stealth camera. So it's going to be an interesting experience for me. Be gone. Oh wait, I should probably... son. Ah, jeez.
Thanks for the help.
Wait! Who are you?
You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea. Good girl. Just like that.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis,
Oh, boy.
Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
What's that?
So that was Mantis.
Neat. So I think we're gonna call it here for this one, because it's been about 40 minutes almost. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. We're just gonna save it here.
What can I do for you?
But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this. How do I... geez, it says free 0 block. I don't wanna... How do I save it as a new game?
Talk to you later.
Oh well, I'll figure that out on my own time, so... But thank you guys for watching, and I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.